Good morning, guys. Let me turn you guys up. Hold on 1 second. Good morning. Welcome to the Fearless Morning Show, where we are having confessions and conversations about your everyday life and finances. Hope everybody is having a great Thursday, that you are up and ready to go. Get your day started. And to number one, know that you are blessed to be here today. We are praying for the families and the children of the school shooting in Florida. It is insane. Can you imagine you sending your child to school, and then getting a call that they're never coming home again? I could not imagine. It makes it hard to send your children to school the next day because you just never know. So I pray for those families. I pray for the kids. I couldn't imagine having to try to explain some of the evil in the world. But it is our place to teach our children, to educate them. So if they hear that, to report that in the school system and not just keep it to yourself. It's just a sad thing. So our prayers go out to the family and the children in Florida. I just can't imagine it. It's a horrific time, and it should not be normal to have shootings in schools. And our children shouldn't have to be afraid of going to get an education. This is the United States. So, unfortunately, we're scared to walk outside the door some morning. So, we are praying for those families and those children in Florida. So, keep them in your prayers. Keep Lynn in your prayers. She is still not feeling well. So, she will return with us on Monday. Thank you guys for hanging out with me all week as I do the Fearless Morning Show solo. I appreciate you guys joining. Make sure that you are sharing the video and that you talk to me, so I don't feel like I'm out here talking to myself. So it is Thankful Thursday. Let me know what you did yesterday, because yesterday I talked about that self-forgiveness and the power to love yourself. How did that work out for you? Somebody let me know as I get the quote for the day. So the quote for the day is, when your desires are strong enough, you will appear to possess superhuman powers to achieve them. And that's from Napoleon Hill. I love that. When your desires are strong enough, you will appear to possess superhuman powers to achieve them. And if you've ever, and that's true, because if you've ever been in a situation where it was do or die, where you had to make something happen, and afterwards you were surprised at your own mental, emotional, and physical strength to get through it, that was because you knew in your mind that it had to be done. There have been plenty of times. Good morning to Shana. That's right. I'm praying. Just keep praying for those families. Morning, Trenda. And we'll keep praying for them. I know I prayed for them this morning in my morning prayers. It's just a sad, sad thing. I'll read the quote again for everybody just joining. When your desires are strong enough, you will appear to possess superhuman powers to achieve them. When you think about that, sometimes you be like, what are you talking about? When you, good morning, Lynn. I told them to keep them in your prayers this morning. Help you feel better. I don't like to see people sick. I don't like to be sick, so I hate to see people sick. When your mind is focused on doing what you have to do, you will be surprised of what you can achieve. My favorite quote of all time is, don't let what you cannot do interfere with what you can do. When you focus on what you can do, and you do that to the best of your ability, everything else will open itself up. But when your mind is strong enough, you will possess that superhuman power to achieve whatever you put your mind to it. When I tell you, I know that to be true with everything in me, along with prayer, because there have been times when I have set my mind to something, and people have said, "Judge, you crazy." You don't understand. When my mind is fixed, when I have made it up and I've made a decision, hell and high water is not going to stop me. It is just not. I absolutely refuse. I refuse to accept anything less than what I said I wanted. And when you get to that point, I promise you will be surprised at the things that you can achieve and the things that will happen for you. I know some of you guys have probably done it before. You might not have called it that or noticed that that's what it was. That's it. When your desires are strong enough and you really want it to happen, it will happen easily. Trust me, I've been there. All right, so, and I'm going to read this because I want to make sure I get this right. The fearless thought of the day is, I want you to walk in your unique expression of what it means to be you. On this Thankful Thursday, I want you to be thankful for the unique expression of what it means to be you. So what does that mean? Everything that makes you, you, I want you to walk in that today. Because along this journey, as I said, you're introducing yourself to yourself. You're learning a new you, learning what makes you happy. You got new rules. You are now becoming, thank you, girl. I braided it up on this long story. I have to tell y'all the hair story in a minute. Along this journey, you are awakening your mind up, and you're awakening up a part of you that has been asleep for a while. And so now you are becoming more aware of your potential and the things that you can do. And then I want you to think about, as you become more aware of who you are, whose you are, where you're going, why you're going, and the unique expression of what it means to be Tashana, Lynn, Trenda, whoever else, put your name there. Then you pose a threat to the old you, because now you're not living in what used to be. You're not living in old habits. You're not living in darkness, of depression, of sad thoughts, of negativity. Now you're doing something new. And so now you're a threat to the old you, but you are fully awake to the new you and the new person who you're becoming. You have a unique expression of who you are. And I think sometimes we forget that. Like, what makes you you? What makes you so different? We are all so differently and wonderfully made, but yet we try so hard to conform to what everybody else is doing and what everybody else is thinking and what everybody else is saying and how they look and how they dress. And when I hit that point, and I think it might have been around 38, 39, definitely by 40, that I am so different, and I realized to start loving who I was becoming and the uniqueness of me. There's not another JoJo in the world. There may be somebody that has my name, but there's not another Yanmitra JoJo Waddell in the world. And that is exciting to me. And so I get to put my own imprint on the world. And so on this Thankful Thursday today, I want you to think about, what imprint of you are you leaving on the world today? What is your unique expression of you? And what does it mean to you? What is the imprint you're going to leave on the world today? So when they look back, they're going to say, wow, Tashana was here. Yes, renewing, that's right, Lynn. 40 does it. Renewing of your mind. It will do that. That's for sure. Because you don't have, and I think once we get close to 40 or hit 40, we don't have the same constraints on life anymore, because now we're really realizing what life is all about and what it means. Life is short, guys. It's not as, when we were kids, we were thinking, wow, 40, that's going to be really old, when now you're realizing it's just really beginning at 40. Life is beginning at any age you choose it to be. So if you're waking up today and you're 66, your life begins today. Today you get to begin to find out your unique expression of you and what it means to be you. If you're 50, today you get to wake up and find out what that unique expression of what it means to be you. Whatever age you are, today is the day you get to start over and live your life how you're supposed to. Not the JoJo that everybody has created for you, because people will create you for you. Have you ever thought about that? People will create you for you. They will create who they want you to be. My friends and your friends will create you how they need you to be. They want you to be funny. Well, that's what you are. They want you to do this, so that's what you are. But you create you. You have a uniqueness about you. You have a unique expression that is absolutely only yours. So what stamp are you going to leave on the world today? Your life starts today. I don't care if you're 70, it starts today. You get to leave your own personal impression on the world. Do not leave here and get to Jesus and he's like, so what did you do with all that uniqueness that I gave to absolutely only you, and you hand it all back to him? Give it all away today. Use your uniqueness. You have a gift that nobody has. You have a voice that nobody has. You have a drive that nobody has. That's right, Shoshana. Take your power back. It is yours. And sometimes we lose it, and sometimes we give it away. And in either case, you've got to do that. So along this journey, I want you to understand that I think on Wednesday or Tuesday, we talked about this is the place where the battle is won. So this is where you're becoming fully aware and fully awake of who you are. You got all of this new you going on, right? And so when you become aware of who you could possibly be, and you see a glimpse of that, then that's when you have power over the old you. You have the power to walk away from the old you. You pose a threat to the old you, because the old you now knows there's not a fighting chance, that you're going on to be great. That's where your struggle is going. That's where your struggle ceases, and the fun part begins right in that area. So today, walk in your unique expression of you. You are so unique. You are so different. You do not have to be everybody else. You don't have to conform to anybody's version of you except your own. So what version of you are you creating today? What do you look like to you today? What do you want to be today? And and a lot of people get caught up on, well, I'm old. There's no such thing as old. Yeah, my Lynn is not feeling good. Maybe you need to come pay her a visit and pep her up a little bit. All my friends love my mother. Miss Michelle, my friend Michelle, Tashana, they love to hang out with her. So maybe, you can come hang out with Lynn and make her feel better. Her and her mother. I hope Lynn feels better, guys. The quote for the day: when your desires are strong enough, you will appear to possess superhuman powers to achieve them. Good morning, my friend Alicia. How you doing? Happy Thursday. On this Thankful Thursday, guys, I want you to walk in your unique expression of what it means to be you. Think about that. What does it mean to be you? Honey, she'll have you laughing and acting up all day long. Y'all get caught up with Sophronia and you'll forget that you were sick. But now she will make you a home remedy now. And you know, that's one of those things you just got to drink and get it over with. But I promise you'll feel better in the morning. You will feel better in the morning. As we're on this journey, guys, to the new us, you know, we're fighting the old us with the new you, because we're changing things. And I talk with my hands. So if you see my camera moving, it's because it's adjusting to me. Let me put my hands down. You are awakening up to who you really and fully are. And once you realize the potential and the power that you have to be uniquely you, that is when you pose a threat to the old you. Because here's the thing, we can talk about it all day long. We can say that we want to be different. I know she got them home remedies ready. We can talk about what we're going to do, but until you get down and actually do the work, and then you start to see the results of the work. Thank you, Eric. Chef Eric, how you doing? And start to do the work that you said you were going to do. That is when you're going to see your full potential. That's when you're going to start to see the uniqueness of who you are. Because when you think about it, you have been layered with everything in life has put on you to what they want you to be. Meaning, you know, how many of us when we were kids, and I think I talk about this all the time, you had dreams that have not manifested yet. I wanted to be a doctor. I wanted to be a gymnast. I was already a dancer and a singer. And yes, I know y'all think I can't dance and sing. But ask my mama, Mom, can I not sing and dance? I used to sing and dance all the time as a kid. I wanted to be a librarian. And I'm almost to a PhD, so I'm almost a doctor. I have my own personal library. I'm working on the singing and the dancing part. But how many times were you dreaming of something and then people told you things that you could not do because they did not think it was possible for themselves to achieve? Because what you'll find is, from our parents to our friends, they want us to be safe at all times, including your brain. It wants you to be safe at all times. So when you dream crazy dreams and ideas and thoughts, they may not necessarily understand how you're going to achieve them, or even how you were able to dream of those things. And so they want to keep you safe. And the only way they know how to keep you safe is to tell you that it may be a little hard, because they don't want you to struggle and have strife. But unfortunately, sometimes you've got to do that to get to the other side of great. There's a book called From Good to Great. Great book, if anybody, but you have to be a nerd to read it. It is kind of thick and it's in there. But it's said, companies and organizations and people focus on so hard on being good that they forget to be great. And that's us too. Morning, Sandra. That's right. And it will make you a better person. If you are thankful for who you are and your uniqueness of what makes you you, so that you're putting your own stamp on the world today, you will feel better. Your reaction with people will be better throughout the day. So as you're awakening and becoming fully aware of who you are, know that you're posing a threat to the old you and the old way you used to do things. That means there's going to be changes going on. The changes that will happen in your life, and this applies to your finances too. Once you start focusing on your money, and then you realize that you have new financial habits as opposed to old ones, then your habits will change, your circles will change, your friendships will change. And sometimes that's absolutely for the better, or people will adjust to the new you and the new rules and the new standards. And sometimes, and I say the new you, but is it really the new you, or is it that you're just fully now becoming aware of who you really are and you're okay with that? Because some of us, we know who we are. Like when we're at home, that's the closest we are to our true selves, when we're at home or alone or hanging out with our family. But when we let that person out and people get to see who we really, really are, and it's not that you are hiding from everybody else. It's just that you felt like you needed to conform to everybody else. I think I'm hilarious. I tell jokes everywhere I go. I know I'm loud. I love to laugh. And so that is the uniqueness of me. That shines through whether I'm at work, I'm at play, I'm talking to you guys. It doesn't matter. What is the uniqueness of you? Good morning, Charlene. How you doing? What is the uniqueness of you? What is your unique expression? What is your stamp that you are going to leave on the world today? Outside of your children, outside of your job, what is the uniqueness that you are going to leave in the world today? What makes you you? And it may not be that we are discovering a new us. We are just allowing the real us to come out. I like that. That's a good one. I like that. We are just allowing the real us to come out, because it's been buried and covered up, because you have all these titles and you have all of these things that people, requirements that people put on you, the layers that they put on you. And so you have been hidden for a while. And so now you're awakening to what it really means to be who you are. It's exciting. And that's when you pose a threat to the old you. It is at this point where the battle is won. Right here. So today on Thankful Thursday, I want you to be thankful that you're becoming aware of who you are and realizing that you are unique. You are wonderfully made. You know who you are, whose you are. And those two things are the most important. And you're not made to conform. You're not made to fit in. You're not made to be common, to look like anybody else, sound like anybody else, or talk like anybody else. You are unique, and that's why people like you. You can't be 100% better than, but yes, but you can be 1% better at 100. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Lynn. Y'all keep praying for Lynn. She's still not feeling well. And thank you guys for joining me for the Fearless Morning Show. As I do this solo, and my co-host is typing in notes. We hope she feels so much better. Yeah, we've got to know whose we are and who you are, because we are all uniquely made. And if he wanted everybody to be the same, he would have made everybody the same. You have a unique voice that only you can give. Please do not allow your age to stop you doing whatever it is you want to do. And here's the thing, if you dreamed about it, if you have dreamt about it, past and present tense, it has been put in you for a reason, because you are the only person that can achieve it. So if you keep having that saying, oh, I should go do this, oh, I wish I could have, go do it today. Go start it today. One step is all it takes. You're having that dream because that's just a little reminder from Jesus saying, hey, only you can do this. Nobody else. There may be 100 people doing it, but there's only one of you that is doing it. And that's what makes all the difference in the world. You are unique. What unique expression are you going to leave on the world today that is yours, that has your name attached to it, not somebody else's? Please don't end your day thinking, man, I wish I could have done what she did or what he did. Don't end your day like that. Why don't you do it? Period. It only takes one step. You already have the thought. Once you accept the thought, then your actions will follow. So today, guys, on this Thankful Thursday, be more aware that you're becoming fully awake of who you are, and that you're becoming more aware of the true you. And it is an exciting thing. It is a fun thing. Just do it. Thank you, Lynn. Lynn is my co-host, even though she's not on the screen. Just do it. That is so true. That is our quote of the day. When your desires are strong enough, you will appear to possess superhuman powers to achieve it. Let me tell you guys something. I promise it happens. I'm telling you, you will be so surprised. And a lot of y'all heard me tell the story. The first time I went to court for my abuser, I cried, I snotted, I couldn't even walk. And bless her heart, the deputy sheriff carried me into court the first time because I went alone. She carried me into court and stood at the back door, and I cried until the judge called me up to my seat. And the next time I went to court, and during this whole process, I am learning to live past crazy. I was learning to figure out who I was and develop my steps. And then so the next time I went to court, I was bound and determined, because I was so stuck on listening to my abuser. You're stupid, you're nobody, you're ugly, never going to be anybody. And then one day it hit me. Am I really that stupid? I got 2 degrees. I think I graduated from college. So surely I'm not that stupid. And so when I could not find an attorney to represent me, I took what I did know, which my favorite quote, don't let what you cannot do interfere with what you can do. I took my quote, if I know that I'm smart enough to read a book, let me focus on that. So when no attorney would help me, I may not be an attorney, but I can read his books. And so I read the books, learned the law, and represented myself and won the case. So when your desires are strong enough, because I had it in my mind, I absolutely refuse to accept these words. I refuse to accept this way of life. Then your strength will come in. Then you become more focused. You will become more determined. And I promise, yes, Lynn has heard this story before. It's called my pink suit story, my hot pink story. I wore my hot pink suit, honey, with some matching shoes. To Shayna know, my mama know. And I did what I had to do. But when my desire was strong enough to know that I was not going to go back that way and I was going to go this way, that's where your battle is won. We talked about that on Tuesday. That is the place where your battle is won. That, my friend, is when you're going to possess those superhuman powers. And really, is it really superhuman powers, or is it just determination to do what you know you can do? You are far stronger than you can ever imagine. You're far smarter than you ever think. So allow that to rest on you. It's okay. It's okay to be strong. It's okay to be smart. It's okay to do what you have to do, because the good Lord put it in you. He put it in you for a reason. Why let it go to waste? So today, know that you are uniquely and wonderfully made. Know who you are and whose you are. So as you're learning your you, the new you, or the you that's been hidden for a while, as you awaken to the new you. Know that you can do whatever you put your mind to. So today, don't let the day end wishing that you had done something that you've been dreaming and thinking about. Don't let the day end on that today. Be thankful today. Be at ease with your strength. Rest in your power. Now is not the time to be calm. You've been calm your whole life, and it doesn't matter what age you are. So if we take out age, if we take out monetary restrictions, then we have no more excuses. You can achieve whatever you want. So there you go. Guys, thank you for joining the Fearless Morning Show. And please remember, I know I said this at the beginning of the show, to keep the children and the families in your prayers in Florida. They were in my prayers this morning. It's just a sad thing that you have to wake up and wonder if you should send your kids to school because you do not know. I tell my children every day, no shoulda, coulda, woulda. Thank you, Charlene. That's right. They don't exist after today. Period. They stop today. Handle your business. And my kids hate when I say that. Handle your business and you won't have to hear my mouth. So pray for those kids, guys. Pray for that community. It's just sad that we have to worry if we should send our kids to school. It really makes me wish I could homeschool or find a homeschool. But we can't keep our children in a bubble. We cannot. Life happens, unfortunately, and that's a horribly sad thing that in the United States that we have to be afraid of sending our children to school. So please let our children know if they hear or see anything to please report it. I think somebody, Coach Ree has said, somebody says snitches get stitches, whatever, is you're alive. So we don't want to lose any children. So be praying for those families. Be praying for my fearless co-host, Miss Lynn. She is feeling a little bit better, but she will be back with us on Monday at 120%. As always, I hope you feel better. If you want some of my mama's concoction, I'm sure it will give her great joy to send you some. You will feel better. Right. You're right. You can't live a successful life living in fear. That's right. And that's the thing. Things are going to happen, but if we focus on fear, then you won't do anything. You will find yourself sitting and doing the exact same thing. Some of us have, Lynn, don't threaten. Look, all right now, when it show up at your doorstep, I don't want to hear it. You're going to have to drink it at that point. Some of us have allowed our lives, to put us to sleep to the possibilities of who we are, or to the possibilities of our surroundings. It has allowed us to become null and void and just even keel with our surroundings. So you're not even paying attention. You're just accepting what somebody tells you. You're accepting what you see instead of questioning or thinking of your own. Because life, you've gotten into the routine of life, the routine of going to work, taking care of kids, husband, kids, school, husband, kid. And it's just a routine. If you've gotten so stuck in that routine that you become asleep and not aware of what is going on around you, and you're accepting what people tell you all the time. And that is one of my pet peeves. Health is wealth, Lynn. Take care of yourself, girl. I'm saying, take some of that elderberry. I promise you, it will change your life. It will make you feel so much better. And that is one of my pet peeves, is that people blindly accept what somebody else says. Please do your research. Lynn and I both say, we give you the information so that you can decide what you want to do. Please do your own research so that you can understand it for yourself. Yes, don't be going through the motions. And that applies to everything from your finances, to your church, to your religion, to everything. Because what you'll find is there are a lot of people in church who believe absolutely everything their pastor tells them, and he may be leading them on the road to hell because he is judgmental, and you become judgmental right along with him because you are not reading the word for yourself. You got to read it and know it for yourself. Yeah, it's nice to have a teacher who can teach you and show you the way, but you got to know it and read it for yourself. So be mindful of those teachers who teach you. Can they back it up, and can you go back and read it for yourself to know it and understand it? I didn't mean to get off on that tangent, but it was an important one. Don't go to sleep on your life. That's right. Study to show yourself approved. So Because if he know the word, that's great. What's going to happen when you need the word and don't know the word? So you got to know it for yourself so that you can bring it to remembrance. When you're having those days when you don't have your Bible handy, you can call on that Bible verse that you know that's going to get you through. Amen. So you got to know it for yourself. That's right. You have to apply it. That is so true. And Lynn and I have said that 1,000 times. We can give you all this information, but you've got to apply it. And we give you enough information so that you can go out here and research it and find out how it fits to you, how you need it to fit to you. So don't sleep. Don't continue to sleep on your life. There's too much going on. Life is too short for that. All right, guys, thank you for joining the Fearless Morning Show, where we are having confessions and conversations about your everyday life and finances. My fearless co-host will be back with me on Monday. I hope you feel better, Lynn. I don't like when people are sick. I don't like being sick, but I hate when my friends are sick. So I'm sure Sophronia will find a way to get a package to your house now that you said that. All right, guys, I want you to come back tomorrow and tell me what unique expression you're going to leave on the world today. What are you going to do that you're going to absolutely not put off another second? You're going to go do it today. Remember my 5-second rule. You hit that thought. If that thought hits you, act on it in 5 seconds. So that you can make it happen. All right, guys, make sure you share the video. Make sure you tell a friend, tell a co-worker, tell anybody about the Fearless Morning Show that we're sharing some great information on here, because once you know, it's now your responsibility to share and teach somebody else. If they do not have Facebook, we do have a YouTube channel. I will be posting that down below. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Lynn. I will be posting that down below. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to Lynn on Facebook. You can also reach out to either one of us, and Lynn will type in her website. So she has Women Who Invest. It is a private Facebook group page as well, and she will post a link for that information below so that you guys can get hooked up on that. Make sure you join me over at Be Fearless Incorporated on our Facebook page. Make sure you join our mailing list so that you can stay up to date with all the great and exciting things that we have going on, so that we can take this journey together, because that's what it's all about. It's all about grooming each other in doing this together. All right, guys, have a thankful Thursday. I hope to see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning at, I was going to say 8 a.m. because it's almost 8. It's 7:15 in the morning. Have a great day. And tomorrow I want somebody to tell me what uniqueness that they realized about themselves today. What is the stamp you're going to leave on the world that you acted on today? Be thankful for today, because you can say you'll do it tomorrow when there may not be a tomorrow. So you need to do it today. So, all right, guys, be blessed. Have a great day. Keep the families and the children in your prayers in Florida. Pray for my fearless co-host, Miss Lynn, and I will see you bright and early in the morning. Have a good one. Bye.